Welcome to World of Coins, the place where history meets treasure. Here, every coin tells a story, from the oldest United States classics that shaped our past to the newest rare discoveries that amaze collectors today. If you love the thrill of uncovering hidden value, exploring the beauty of design, and learning the secrets behind coins worth fortunes, then you're in the right place. Join us as we dive deep into the world of rare U.S. coins, both old and new, and reveal the fascinating details that make them priceless. Top 1. We are stepping into the deep forests of American history with a coin that many people overlook, yet collectors listen very carefully when its name is mentioned. This is the Washington $quarter Kisatchie 2015, a coin that carries the spirit of nature, conservation, and hidden rarity within its metal. At first glance, it may look like a normal modern quarter, but for coin lovers, this piece tells a story that deserves attention from the very first second of this video. The Kisatchie quarter was released as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series created to honor national parks and protected lands across the United States. Kisatchie National Forest, located in Louisiana, is a land shaped by time, fire, and resilience. The coin captures this perfectly, showing a wild turkey flying through towering longleaf pine trees. This powerful image represents survival, natural balance, and America's dedication to preserving its landscapes. When collectors hold this quarter, they are not just holding money, they are holding a symbol of America's natural heritage. On the front of the coin, we see the familiar portrait of George Washington, a design that has stood the test of time. Collectors examine this side closely, looking for sharp hair detail, strong lettering, and a clean strike. Even on modern quarters, small differences in strike quality can make a big difference in desirability. Coins with full detail and bright mint luster are always more attractive to collectors, especially when paired with an impressive reverse like Kisatchie. The reverse design is where this coin truly shines. The flying turkey is full of motion, with wings spread wide, while the tall pine trees create depth and realism. This detailed artwork also makes the coin more interesting when it comes to errors and varieties. Because of the fine lines and textures, minting mistakes are easier to spot and more exciting to find. Collectors carefully inspect the feathers of the turkey, the tree branches, and the lettering for signs of doubling, weakness, or unusual marks. One of the most valuable factors that can turn a common Kisatchie quarter into a rare and expensive collectible is minting errors. Double die errors may appear in the words United States of America, $quarter, or even within the design itself. When doubling is strong and clear, collectors take notice immediately, because these errors are scarce and highly desirable. Another important error to look for is die cracks and die chips. These appear as raised lines or bumps on the surface of the coin, often near the lettering or inside the design. Each die crack is unique, meaning no two coins are exactly the same. This uniqueness adds character and value, making these coins stand out in a collection. Off-center strikes are another exciting discovery. When the coin is not properly aligned during minting, part of the design may be shifted or missing. These coins are dramatic, easy to recognize, and very popular with collectors. Broad strikes, caused by collar malfunctions, can also occur, resulting in a coin that looks wider than normal with distorted edges. These types of errors are rare and can significantly increase a coin's worth. Condition plays a major role in determining the value of the 2015 Kisatchie quarter. Most circulated examples show small scratches, dull surfaces, or worn details. However, uncirculated coins with strong luster, clean surfaces, and sharp detail are far more desirable. High-grade examples, especially those with errors, are often removed from circulation quickly and placed into collections, making them harder to find over time. What makes this coin especially interesting for collectors is that many people still overlook modern quarters, spending them without a second thought. This gives careful collectors a real opportunity. Searching through rolls, pocket change, or old jars can sometimes reveal an unexpected treasure. The Kisatchie quarter proves that valuable coins are not always old, silver, or gold. Sometimes, rarity hides in plain sight. This coin is also important because it represents a moment in modern U.S. coinage where storytelling and artistry reached a new level. The America the Beautiful series brought attention back to circulating coins, reminding collectors and the public that quarters can still be exciting, meaningful, and collectible. The Kisatchie design, with its strong connection to wildlife and conservation, has become a favorite among nature lovers and numismatists alike. That if you enjoy collecting quarters, this coin deserves a closer look. Take your time, use good lighting, and inspect every detail carefully. The thrill of finding an error or high-grade example is what makes coin collecting so rewarding. Every coin has a story, and sometimes that story is worth far more than face value. Before we finish, remember to comment about your own coin so the channel can help you learn more about them. Share what you found, where you found it, and what you're curious about. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like the video so you never miss another deep dive into fascinating US coins. In today's real market, a normal circulated Washington $quarter Kisatchie 2015 is worth 25 cents, clean uncirculated examples usually sell for $1 to $3, and rare error or high-grade variety coins have reached $20 to over $50 at auction, depending on condition and rarity. Top 2. We are holding a coin that carries the echo of marching boots, the silence of sacrifice, and one of the most powerful chapters in American history. The Washington $quarter Gettysburg 2011 is not just a modern quarter, it is a small metal witness to a place where a nation was tested and forever changed. If you are a coin lover, a history enthusiast, or a collector searching for meaning as well as rarity, listen very carefully, because this coin has far more to say than most people realize. The Gettysburg Quarter was released as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series created to honor America's most important national parks and historic sites. Gettysburg National Military Park in Pennsylvania marks the site of the Civil War's most pivotal battle. The reverse design of this coin shows the iconic Soldiers' National Monument standing tall, surrounded by the quiet strength of the landscape. This monument honors the Union soldiers who gave their lives and symbolizes unity, sacrifice, and remembrance. When you look at this coin, you are not just seeing art, you are seeing history frozen in time. The obverse of the coin features the familiar portrait of George Washington, a design that has appeared on the quarter for generations. Collectors carefully inspect this side for sharp detail in Washington's hair, strong lettering, and overall strike quality. Even in modern coinage, subtle differences matter. A strong, well-struck obverse with clean surfaces and full mint luster is always more desirable than a dull, worn example. The reverse design is where the Gettysburg Quarter truly captures attention. The monument's vertical lines, detailed base, and surrounding inscriptions create many opportunities for varieties and minting errors. Collectors closely examine the lettering, especially Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and E pluribus unum, looking for doubling, weakness, or unusual spacing. Because the design includes fine lines and precise engraving, even small errors stand out clearly to a trained eye. One of the most exciting discoveries for collectors is the double die error. This occurs when the coin die strikes the planchet more than once with slight misalignment, creating a visible doubling effect. On the Gettysburg Quarter, doubling may appear on the inscriptions or along the edges of the monument itself. Strong double dies are rare, and when found, they instantly turn a common quarter into a highly collectible piece. Die cracks and die chips are another important variety to watch for. These appear as raised lines or bumps on the coin, often near letters or within the monument design. As the minting dies wear down, small fractures can form, transferring these marks onto the coin. Each die crack is unique, meaning no two coins are exactly alike. Collectors love these coins because they represent a specific moment in the minting process that can never be repeated. Off-center strikes add even more excitement. When the planchet is not perfectly aligned during minting, part of the design may be missing or shifted. On a detailed design like Gettysburg, off-center strikes are dramatic and visually striking. Broad strikes, caused by collar malfunctions, can also occur, creating coins that are wider than normal with distorted edges. These error coins are far less common than standard issues and can command strong interest from collectors. Condition is a key factor in determining the value of the 2011 Gettysburg Quarter. Most examples found in circulation show signs of wear, scratches, or fading luster. However, uncirculated coins with sharp detail, bright surfaces, and no damage are much harder to find. High-grade examples are often pulled from circulation early by collectors, making them scarcer as time passes. When you combine high condition with an error or variety, the value and desirability increase significantly. What makes this coin especially interesting is how often it is overlooked. Many people spend it without a second thought, unaware of the history and potential value it carries. For collectors, this creates opportunity. Searching through rolls, pocket change, or old jars can sometimes reveal a coin with hidden rarity. The Gettysburg Quarter proves that meaningful and collectible coins do not always have to be old or silver to be valuable. Beyond rarity and errors, this coin holds emotional and historical weight. Gettysburg represents a turning point in American history, and this quarter allows collectors to connect with that story in a personal way. It reminds us that coins are not just tools for trade, but storytellers that pass through countless hands, carrying history with them. If you are building a collection, the Gettysburg Quarter deserves careful attention. Take your time examining it under good light and magnification. Look closely at every letter, line, and edge. The thrill of discovering something unusual is what makes coin collecting so rewarding, and sometimes the most valuable finds come from the most unexpected places. Before we finish, remember to comment about your own coins so the channel can help you learn more about them. Share what you have found and what you are curious about. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment, and like the video so you never miss another deep and exciting journey into American coin history. In today's real market, a normal circulated Washington quarter dollar Gettysburg 2011 is worth 25 cents, well-preserved uncirculated examples usually sell for $1 to $3, and rare error or high-grade variety coins have reached $20 to over $50 at auction, depending on condition and rarity. Top 3. We are making a special journey into a modern American coin that many people carry in their pockets without ever realizing its deeper meaning or hidden potential. The Washington quarter dollar War Farm 2020 is not just another state quarter-style coin. It is a tribute to creativity, American art, and the quiet power of history pressed into metal. If you are a true coin lover or a curious collector, listen very carefully, because this coin has stories, varieties, and surprises that can truly capture your attention. The War Farm Quarter was released in 2020 as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program. It honors War Farm National Historical Park in Connecticut, a place known as the only national park dedicated to American painting. This alone makes the coin unique. Unlike quarters that show battles, mountains, or wildlife, this coin celebrates imagination and artistic legacy. The reverse design shows a painter's palette, brushes, an easel, and a historic building in the background. Every detail is symbolic, and every line matters to collectors who study this coin closely. On the obverse, we see the familiar portrait of George Washington, a design that has evolved slightly over time but remains one of the most recognized images in U.S. coinage. Collectors inspect this side carefully for strike quality, surface marks, and luster. In high-grade examples, Washington's hair detail appears sharp, the lettering is bold, and the fields are clean. Even small imperfections can change the desirability of the coin, which is why condition is so important. The reverse is where the War Farm Quarter truly stands out. The artist's tools are finely engraved, and the background elements require precise minting to appear strong and clear. Because of this complexity, the coin is known for interesting mint errors and varieties. Collectors often look for double die errors, especially in the inscriptions and fine lines of the palette and brushes. Doubling can appear as shadow-like outlines or thickness in letters, and strong examples are highly collectible. Die cracks and die chips are another exciting feature to search for on this coin. These appear as raised lines or small bumps, often near lettering or within the artwork. As minting dies wear down, they develop cracks that leave permanent marks on coins struck later. Each die crack tells a story of a machine pushed to its limits, making every affected coin a unique piece of mint history. Off-center strikes are also known among modern quarters, including the War Farm issue. When the coin blank is not properly aligned during striking, part of the design may be missing or shifted. These errors are dramatic and instantly recognizable. Broad strikes, caused by collar errors, can make the coin appear wider than normal with flattened edges. Such coins are far rarer than standard examples and are highly sought after by collectors who specialize in mint errors. Another factor that makes the 2020 Farm Quarter interesting is the year of its release. The year 2020 saw disruptions in mint operations, which sometimes led to variations in strike quality and production. Some coins show weaker details, while others appear exceptionally sharp. This inconsistency adds another layer of excitement for collectors searching through rolls or uncirculated sets. For many collectors, the beauty of this coin lies in its theme. It represents art, patience, and creativity, qualities that mirror the hobby of coin collecting itself. Coins like the Farm Quarter remind us that modern coins can still be meaningful and collectible. They are not just currency, they are miniature canvases carrying American culture into the future. As time goes on, fewer high-quality examples remain untouched. Circulation wear, scratches, and damage slowly reduce the number of pristine coins available. This natural process is why collectors pay close attention today, knowing that tomorrow's rarities often come from today's pocket change. Searching carefully now can lead to exciting discoveries later. If you enjoy exploring coins like this, take a moment to examine your own change. Look closely under good lighting. Check the lettering, the details, and the edges. You never know when you might find an unusual variety or a beautiful high-grade example that others have overlooked. Before we close, make sure to comment about your own coins so the channel can provide information about them. Share what you found or what you're curious about. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment, and like the video so you can continue exploring fascinating American coins together. In today's real market, a circulated Washington quarter dollar Farm 2020 is worth 25 cents, clean uncirculated examples usually sell for $1 to $2. And rare era varieties or top-grade coins have sold at auction for $20 to over $50, depending on condition and rarity. Top 4. We are making a special journey into a coin that many people have seen, many have spent, but very few have truly understood. This is the Washington quarter dollar State South Carolina 2000, a coin that quietly entered circulation at the dawn of a new millennium and carried with it the pride, history, and symbols of one of America's most important states. If you are a true coin lover, listen very carefully, because this quarter holds stories, varieties, and hidden details that can make ordinary pocket change suddenly feel extraordinary. When the South Carolina State Quarter was released in the year 2000, excitement surrounded the entire 50-state quarters program. This was only the second year of the series, and collectors across the country were searching banks, rolls, and loose change with fresh enthusiasm. South Carolina's design was bold and instantly recognizable, showing the outline of the state, the Carolina wren, the palmetto tree, and the state flower, the yellow jessamine. Every symbol on this coin was carefully chosen to represent strength, resilience, and identity. The obverse features George Washington, calm and dignified, as he has appeared on the quarter for generations. But collectors know that even familiar designs can hide surprises. The year 2000 was a busy time for the mint, and high production numbers sometimes led to small mistakes. These mistakes are exactly what collectors look for today. Under magnification, small differences can turn a common coin into a special find. On the reverse, the South Carolina design is rich with fine lines and delicate details. The outline of the state must be sharp, the bird's feathers well defined, and the palmetto tree clearly separated from the background. Weak strikes can blur these details, while strong strikes make the coin far more desirable. Collectors often compare multiple examples to find the best strike quality, knowing that the strongest coins stand out over time. One of the most exciting aspects of this coin is the possibility of double die errors. These can appear in the lettering, the date, or even within the state outline itself. Doubling often looks like a shadow or thickness in letters and numbers. Strong double die examples are rare and highly collectible, especially when the doubling is clear without magnification. Die cracks and die chips are also known on South Carolina quarters. These appear as raised lines or small bumps caused by damaged minting dies. Sometimes a die crack runs through lettering or across the state outline, creating a dramatic and unique look. Each die crack tells a story of a die nearing the end of its life, making every affected coin a one-of-a-kind artifact of the minting process. Off-center strikes are another variety collectors dream of finding. When the blank is not properly aligned, part of the design may be missing, creating an unusual and eye-catching error. Broad strikes, caused when the retaining collar fails, can make the coin appear wider than normal with distorted edges. These error coins are far scarcer than standard issues and often command strong interest in the collector market. Condition plays a major role in value. A heavily circulated South Carolina quarter may show wear on Washington's hair and flattening in the reverse details. But an uncirculated example can still display original mint luster, sharp edges, and crisp design elements. Coins preserved in high grades are becoming harder to find as years pass and more examples suffer wear or damage. For collectors, this coin represents more than money. It represents a moment in time when millions of Americans rediscovered the joy of coin collecting. Children, parents, and grandparents all searched for state quarters together, creating memories that still influence the hobby today. The South Carolina quarter is a symbol of that era, making it especially meaningful to many collectors. If you are watching this and you love coins, take a moment to check your own change. Look closely at your South Carolina quarters. Use good light, maybe a magnifying glass, and inspect the details carefully. You might be holding something more interesting than you ever imagined. Before we end, remember to comment about your own coins so the channel can provide information about them. Share what you have found or what you are searching for. Subscribe to the channel, comment, and like the video so you never miss another deep dive into American coins and hidden treasures. In today's real market, a circulated Washington $quarter state South Carolina 2000 is worth 25 cents, uncirculated examples commonly sell for $1 to $3, and rare error varieties or top-grade auction pieces have reached prices of $20 to over $100, depending on condition, rarity, and demand. Top 5. We are making a special video for coin lovers who truly enjoy history hidden inside everyday change. This time, our focus is on the Washington $quarter States Minnesota 2005, a coin that looks peaceful and simple at first glance, yet holds layers of meaning, mystery, and collector excitement. If you love coins, listen very carefully and enjoy this journey, because this quarter has details and varieties that many people still overlook. The Minnesota State Quarter was released as part of the famous 50 State Quarters program, a series that changed American coin collecting forever. By the year 2005, the program was already a national phenomenon. Millions of people were checking their pockets, opening bank rolls, and saving coins for albums. When Minnesota's turn arrived, the design stood out immediately for its calm and natural beauty. On the obverse, we see George Washington, steady and timeless, just as collectors have known him for decades. His portrait connects this modern state quarter to a long tradition of American coinage. Even here, sharp-eyed collectors look for differences. Weak strikes, die wear, and small minting flaws on Washington's hair or the lettering can help identify different production stages and, in rare cases, collectible errors. The reverse is where Minnesota truly speaks. The design shows a peaceful lake scene with a loon gliding across the water, evergreen trees in the background, and the state outline subtly placed. Minnesota is known as the land of 10,000 lakes, and this design captures that identity perfectly. The water lines, the bird's shape, and the trees must be crisp and clean for a strong strike. Coins with full detail are far more desirable than those with flat or blurry features. One of the most talked about aspects of the Minnesota quarter is its famous double die varieties. Collectors discovered that some examples show extra trees or doubling in the tree line. These are not scratches or damage but real mint errors caused when the die received multiple impressions slightly out of alignment. Some coins appear to have an extra tree to the left or right, creating excitement and debate among collectors. These double die tree varieties are what transformed the Minnesota quarter from a common coin into a collector favorite. Strong examples are scarce, and the clearer the doubling, the more desirable the coin becomes. Many collectors carefully compare their coins side by side, looking for differences in the tree shapes, spacing, and shadows that signal a true double die. Die cracks and die chips are also found on some Minnesota quarters. These appear as raised lines or bumps, often near the lettering or within the design. Each one tells the story of a die pushed beyond its limits to meet production demand. For collectors, these flaws are not damage but history frozen in metal. Off-center strikes, though rare, do exist and instantly catch the eye. When part of the design is missing or shifted, the coin becomes a conversation piece. Broad strikes, caused by collar malfunctions, can also appear, giving the coin an unusual spread-out look. These errors are highly collectible and often sell quickly when discovered. Condition plays a huge role in value. Circulated coins usually show wear on Washington's hair and flattening in the loon or water lines. Uncirculated examples, however, still shine with original mint luster and sharp detail. Coins graded in high mint state are increasingly difficult to find as time passes. For many collectors, the Minnesota quarter represents more than value. It represents the joy of discovery, the thrill of finding something special in everyday change, and the connection between nature, history, and art. This is the kind of coin that invites patience and close inspection, rewarding those who take the time to truly look. If you have Minnesota quarters at home, now is the time to examine them carefully. Use good lighting, a magnifier if possible, and compare the tree lines closely. You never know when a simple coin might reveal a rare variety. Before we reach the end, remember to comment about your own coins so the channel can provide information about them. Share what you have found or what you hope to discover. Subscribe to the channel, comment, and like the video so you never miss another deep and enjoyable story from the world of American coins. In today's real market, a circulated Washington quarter dollar states Minnesota 2005 is worth 25 cents, uncirculated examples commonly sell for $1 to $5. And well-known double-die tree varieties and top-condition auction pieces have sold for prices ranging from $20 up to several $100s, depending on clarity, condition, and collector demand.